Hi Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me. I will be doing the Zodiac readings for Aquarius for September 2023, although this is timeless, so whenever you come across it, the reading was meant for you, or the messages. So, been guided by Spirit that Aquarius, this might not be your reading at all. I don't know. Spirit is saying that there are 12 Zodiac signs and all of the energies interconnected. You may be here, you may not be. Listen to all the zodiacs, and once you identify whatever frequency that I'm tapping into, it's going to be your frequency here till at least the end of the year. So you might resonate with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the signs, no signs, I don't know, but Spirit is saying there's something here about you resonating with multiple different sort of frequencies here of energy that might have a message for you. So you might want to go check out whichever Zodiac readings you want to listen to, and take note of which those are, and then just stick with those. But let's take a look. I've asked Spirit to come up with an energy here, what you're supposed to encompass here for the month of September, and we got sky dancers and surrender. So we're going to look at your overall energy, what you don't see coming, challenges and opportunities here for you Aquarius. But sky dancers and surrender, so something about surrendering. Maybe you have surrendered something, or you're being asked to surrender something, and now you're needed to cope with it. So we'll see with the cards, but I get the feeling you already surrendered something. So, but I did ask what you're supposed to encompass, so maybe now you're supposed to encompass some sort of energy because you're not quite sure now that you've surrendered to something or surrendered something up. What now? Okay, so let's take a look. So what's the overall energy here for Aquarius? What is the overall energy for Aquarius? Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse, and the Knight of Swords. Oh, lots of court cards. Well, 2 court cards here, and then Knight of Swords with this confrontational energy. So maybe there's a confrontation here. Yeah, well, with surrender, it would stand to reason when there's confrontation and conflict between 2 people. Someone has to surrender here, and I feel like somebody's being very cold. Maybe someone's being illogical. Or maybe someone is trying to be so logical here that they neglect what the core of the matter is here. And then I feel somebody here, it might be a little bit too dependent on practical things here. May also be a little bit cold. So, I don't know. There's a need to surrender here with the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is confrontational, but maybe we're being told to surrender instead of being confrontational. And maybe this is our energy right now, because I asked overall energy, and you're kind of ready to battle, ready to fight for your cause here. Okay, maybe that's causing conflict here. Maybe there's something you think is worth fighting for. Or maybe you, I don't know which energy. I think you might be encompassing the King of Swords one. I think this is your energy here, and who you're dealing with is most likely this Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like maybe you're not talking to this person or saying what it is you need to say in order to confront something here. So I think there's a mindset maybe you need to surrender to, that you need to have whatever communications you need to have. Like, if that's what needs to happen, then that's what needs to happen here. So let's take a look at what you don't see coming. What you don't see coming for you, Aquarius. We have the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Swords in reverse, and the 3 of Swords in reverse. So what you don't see coming. I think you're contemplating here exiting out of a situation that feels like it's a no-win. You're contemplating surrendering. I think you've already surrendered to the fact that you need to do something else here. And now it's actually taking action and getting on that game plan path of choosing whatever it is that you've already surrendered to. But I think you're still in that situation because this is still being in the conflict, you know, in the crosshairs of something here that I don't think you want. And I think you want to heal from this. So I think you're looking at, how do I actively now go towards something else here that isn't feeling like this? This isn't a good feeling. Aquarius, yeah, you're looking at how to do that. So I think what you don't see coming is you getting really serious about going down that path, although I don't see you pulling the trigger just yet. Maybe you will. We'll see. What is your challenge here? What is your, no, not your challenge, sorry, your opportunity. I'm going to look at your opportunity first. What is the opportunity here for Aquarius? What is the opportunity for September for Aquarius? So we have the Hangman, and we have the Page of Swords, and we have the Four of Wands in reverse. Your opportunity is to get really certain here, to look at things from all angles, all perspectives here, and really ask yourself whether you have done that already. Because I think there is an opportunity to call something quits here. And it feels to me like, I don't know, like it's between two people, maybe someone you live with here. You know, it could be, I don't know, your brother, your sister, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. It feels like it's an intimate relationship here. Not necessarily sexual, but like someone who you are living with or close with here, and just tying all communication with them. I think it's someone maybe you stopped talking to because of something here. But I think your opportunity is for you to start really asking yourself whether you've seen it from all angles, whether you've really, really considered their point of view here. You have an opportunity to do that before maybe calling it quits. I'm not saying that it's not right to end it, but I think the opportunity is to really just come from a very innocent perspective here, like a child would, to unturn every stone. Maybe you feel like you've been in this situation and there are no stones to unturn. Why does it sound wrong? Turn over? Anyway, because we need to gain a different perspective here and think differently than maybe our mindset is, and we might be wanting to win an argument here to the point of being very illogical. And I feel this is you, Aquarius. Yeah, and look, this is the Aquarius card. Anyway, sorry, I enlightened myself. I think you are illogically making a rash decision here around maybe even some stability here. That might be because you have experienced some pain here. You know, I don't know. Okay, let's look at your challenge then. What is your challenge? What is your challenge for Aquarius? We have the Sun in reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. No, Nine of Wands. What is this card? This is this card, surrender. This is throwing in the towel. This is surrendering. And we might sometimes have to surrender, throwing in the towel that we were wrong and admit to being wrong. I don't know. I can't tell you, Aquarius, if you were wrong or right. Only you know. But if we're illogical and we're angry and we're not seeing clearly and we start getting angrier and angrier and then fighting for a cause here, steam rolling, you know, and then we've gone too far, it's like then we just keep on that battle. But I think you have an opportunity here to look past this, because I feel like in your challenge is I need to surrender something here. And it could be surrendering the fact that maybe someone else is doing that to you, or just surrender to the fact that this person is not going to see it your way at all. So the only option is to go, because I do see in what you don't see coming. You're really contemplating moving away here, but you don't really fully pull the triggers. He's still involved and enmeshed in mental anguish here with this person, this situation that seems very annoying as frick. So challenge, the Sun in reverse, Seven of Pentacles. So Sun is very, very positive card in the tarot, but it is in reverse, and sometimes means we're not seeing something. And what's the Hangman? It's a need to see something from a different perspective. So although the Sun is positive and it is seeing, we might be thinking we're seeing very clear. That's the challenge. I see it very clearly. I see the Sun, but it's like, do you though? Do you really? Are you seeing it clearly? Maybe you don't have all the information. And what's happening with Jupiter in retrograde is a type of energy here where we might say things we regret, and we're needing to maybe just have a second one over on what it is we want to say or going to do, because I have a feeling people are going to say things, just blurt things out and not give it another thought here. So I think you might think you see something you don't, or might think you know something you don't, or you might gaslight yourself into believing something to be true. You might be missing some information here. So I think the challenge here is, though, you know, you feel like you might have invested here in something, And all of a sudden, it's like you understand something to be true, and all you can see is what's in front of you. So, of course, it's going to be true. It's like, I've been watering this garden all freaking season, and I got nothing. I mean, that's the truth, right? Yes, but what if you were to find out you were the one who didn't put seeds in the garden? Would you feel foolish? Probably, right? Instead of, I don't know, yelling at the gardener, maybe the gardener's like, hey, Mr. Aquarius, put seeds in your garden here and I'll come and I'll take care of it. Then the end of the season, you're like, what the hell? Like, I invested all this money in paying for the gardener. Where's my vegetables? Where's the harvest? I'm ready to reap it. And then you find under your bed or wherever you store your seeds, you have all your seeds. I don't know if I'm laughing at you, but you didn't put the fucking seeds in the garden here, and then you're angry at the gardener, and then you really feel so stupid because you understood something to be true that, dude, like, you know, yeah, and yeah, you're right, you did invest all this money and time or whatever, but whose fault is that? Really, at the end of the day. So I think you're fighting for the cause of the fact that you're trying to make this point. I lost money. I don't have it. So you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. No one's saying you're not right here. But what you're wrong about is you didn't put seeds there. So that's the energy coming in. Very pointed energy here. Not yelling at you. Just communicating what we might not be seeing here because I care about you looking foolish here and yelling at your gardener. So what are we going to do here, Aquarius? Let's take a look. Let's clarify this energy. Okay, so we have the King of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Knight of Swords, who's very combative, who's on a warpath, who thinks he's right, might be a little illogical, and someone here who might be a little dependent. We'll see. Let's clarify. Why are these cards here in the overall energy here for Aquarius? We have the Nine of Cups, the Chariot in reverse, and then we have the Tower in reverse. Something about someone being very reckless. That's the Chariot in reverse, because sometimes this is non-movement when the Chariot is in reverse, because the Chariot's all about movement and being successful, but this can also mean very reckless, going very recklessly at a very fast pace here, and same with this. So it's like we're going steamrolling ahead, reckless behavior, and look, like we're causing some sort of tower here, okay? Something we could have prevented, and everyone could have been happy here, including you. You could have been emotionally happy. If there was no steamrolling here, we could prevent whatever's fallen down here. Because I think emotionally, I mean, who doesn't want to be happy here? So, yeah, I think there's a way you could be emotionally happy here if you maybe slow your roll. And maybe there's I don't know, a gauge here. You can slow this, how fast this Chariot is moving. But I think the Chariot is running blind right now. And the tower hasn't fallen yet, so maybe you could prevent something here. All right, let's look at what you don't see coming. Because we said you had the Two of Wands there where you're really contemplating that alternate decision here that maybe you've been humming and hawing and contemplating for quite some time. But there's this stuck energy here, and there's the Three of Swords. So definitely trying to heal from some sort of conflict, that's been around you. I feel for quite some time. Okay, four cards. So Strength in reverse. Someone may be letting their ego get the best of them. Maybe we don't want to admit now that we're wrong because we've been arguing for a point for so long here. What don't we see coming? Well, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and the King of Pentacles. Aquarius, I'm telling you, there's something you don't know. Okay? I don't know if somebody's not intentionally telling it to you, but I feel like you're making decisions based on half a deck of cards here because you're not privy to some sort of information. And it's leaving you in a state here of Five of Pentacles. And you're trying to resolve this Five of Pentacles state and come out of it. But I think you're not really in a Five of Pentacles. And that's where the illusion is. It's like you're not really where you think you are. Or whatever this catastrophe situation is. It's like not really... It's again with the seeds here, like, yeah, maybe you did pay this gardener a bunch of money, like something is really true, but there's also something that isn't true about it. So this woe is me out in the cold, whatever energies here, there's something you're not seeing or acknowledging here, and there is something that is more secure, something that is a little bit more proper, I guess, or if you will, with the King of Pentacles. It's not as up in the air as you think it is. you know, as with the Five of Pentacles. Like, these are polar opposite cards. Five of Pentacles. Like, this is somebody unemployed, looking for a job, very poor, eating scraps. And this is somebody who has enough to feed their whole community, who's very secure. He has the best job. He might be the CEO, right? So who's built a lifetime of security. So these are two different energies here, and I think you're not seeing something. So what you're not seeing might be somewhere in your intuition, or it might literally be information that is missing. But because I was picking up with that King of Swords, he might be a little stubborn, and he might already know that something that he's doing is wrong, or that he's being a little reckless, and he's going with it now all of a sudden because he already started. So might as well go with it and go all balls to the wall. But I don't know. Is your intuition telling you that you were wrong? Because I think this is going to blow up in your face, and you might think, I'm going to go balls to the wall with whatever I have going here, and hopefully no one sees, and cross your fingers and hope you get away with it. But I don't know here, Aquarius, if that's a great plan. And this is why we do tarot, because we might be able to intervene in some of our own foolish ways here, right? Or see someone coming and be able to prepare ourselves to deal with situations like this. If this isn't you, then someone coming towards you all thinking they're right about something, and you just be like, hey, yeah, didn't plant the seeds there, Mr. King of Swords. So let's get clarifier here. Hangman, Page of Swords, and the Four of Wands in reverse in your opportunity. King of Swords coming out in reverse. Someone's stubborn as fuck here. Okay, and Judgment and the Ace of Powers. Ace of Powers. maybe this King of Swords wants power, okay? Because this is the Ace of Pentacles, not the Ace of Powers. But someone is fighting for power here. Power struggle, but it's on an intellectual level here. But I feel like, and I'm sorry if this is your energy, but I feel like you're arguing with an idiot, really, at the end of the day. Because if we're so smart that we're stupid, who's smart? Not the stupid person. Like, this person's fucking stupid. He just keeps arguing about the same shit. Okay, so look at it. This is Judgment. We have to come with some sort of awareness. You know, what is our own involvement in this, and be very honest. That is the opportunity, and the only chance, happiness we have here in your opportunity, the only hope in hell to have a new beginning of something worthwhile. And isn't this ironic? It's a seed. I was talking about the seeds in the garden. Plant the seed for the future here is to actually then say, okay, I was wrong, like a human would. A grown-up, somebody who isn't stupid or an idiot, right? Because, I mean, to learn from our mistakes makes us smart. That's what makes us human, to say I was wrong, or I didn't know better, because we're hung up on an argument. So I know better now. So I found these seeds under my bed. I'm going to now go plant it, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what we wanted. I mean, maybe now we missed the harvest season, but at the end of the day, in order to get what we want, we still have to plant what it was that we wanted. And now nothing's moving here. So, you know, and I think what you don't see coming is now you're just not even looking at planting seeds or anything, and you're moving away from a situation here where it's like you want to get out of this hot water, like we said, into calmer waters. But there's a need to address something here, right? And if it's addressing that we were wrong, we were wrong. I don't know if it was you, Aquarius, but someone needs to come to terms with that. The fact that they didn't plant the seed, and the only way to do it is to actively do it after admitting they were wrong, after acknowledging that there was no seeds there. So now I can move forward. Now I can do this. Now I can get out of whatever state this is. Sorry, this state that's unpleasant. This is unpleasant. I don't think you want to be there, right? And how do you get out of there? Well, you got to make the decision to choose the right wand. And sometimes that right wand is difficult, because it's difficult to admit we were wrong for some people, right? Some people, like I don't. Sometimes I have a hard time admitting I was wrong too, right? But depending on the situation and the circumstance. And if we ran really fast, like this Chariot, and we were all reckless, it hurts even more admitting we were wrong, and we feel stupid and foolish. Okay, but feeling stupid and foolish sometimes is good, because then we can plant the seed in what matters. But until we do that, you're going to be stuck here. Okay, so what is your challenge? We already kind of saw, well, I don't know, I picked up these glow-in-the-dark cards, but let's just clarify here your need to surrender here, because again, that was your main message from Spirit, was the surrender card. And now we got the Nine of Wands, which is surrender, in the reverse, and then we got the Sun in reverse, which is not seeing something for what it is here, or needing more information. And we got the Seven of Pentacles, feeling like we invested somehow and didn't get what we wanted. So Queen of Cups falling, the Emperor, and the Ace of Pentacles now in reverse. So that's the challenge Oh my goodness. I have no idea why I would be not your top favorite Zodiac reader here on YouTube when this is exactly what I was telling you. Look at your challenge. Your challenge is you're not going to get what you want, because I think this is what you want. That's your opportunity. It's new beginning, planting the seed. Your challenge is you're not getting that. You're never going to get it, never going to get it, right? Until what? This thing happens here, and that's your challenge. Is like your challenge is you're so much in this I gotta be right energy, but there needs to be a compassion, and maybe it's compassion with yourself. I don't know what the situation is, but the Queen of Cups shows compassion, knows when to surrender, knows when to say they were wrong, or even if someone else is wrong and you blatantly know it, okay, maybe if that makes you feel better and you want to shift the blame to believing someone else is better, then act like they're right. Because at the end of the day, like Dr. Phil says, do you want to, go along with what feels right and get what's right here, or do you want to just be right and get nothing? Something like that, right? So anyway, Queen of Cups, compassion, right? Out of love, we don't act hastily. And here you see somebody acting really hastily, and you could just, I think it's cutting off communication with someone here, and that's not Queen of Cups. So your challenge is be more Queen of Cups, less Emperor. Get out of our ego here, and maybe you feel like you got to be ego to make something happen, like I said, because your eye is on the prize here, which is the seed. But the more you encompass the Emperor, I think the more you aren't getting the seed. So the only Emperor we want to see here in your challenge is the one that takes accountability. Okay, the Emperor is going to do what's right and what's best for everyone, and he doesn't ever encompass this Queen of Cups. So that's, I'm sure this is why the Queen of Cups came out with the Emperor, because the Emperor is going to do what's right, and what's right in this situation is to show compassion out of a place of love here, not out of a place of trying to be right. All right, so I don't know. We need advice from Spirit. That was advice from Spirit coming through me. I mean, I don't know what more advice I can give you, and you're probably tired of hearing me telling you this, but I'm going to pull advice from Spirit. Final words, 3 cards here from Spirit. What is the advice? 7 of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Magician in reverse. This is somebody who is manipulative and having their own way. Okay, so I think there's a need to recognize, are we being manipulative, or is someone else being manipulative around us to get their way? And the Dr. Phil coming through again. If we want to get what we want, like actually get what we want, sometimes we have to, say, okay, I'm wrong, or whatever the situation. I can learn to be wrong in order to get what I want here. Whatever it is that I got to kind of do here in order to get the main goal, because I think the main goal now has been lost in the shuffle, and something here is taking precedence over, because someone's being manipulative and somebody's trying to control a situation here. And look, Knight of Swords, this is again that hasty thing here. So Spirit is saying think twice, and that's that Jupiter in retrograde, because we have an opportunity here to look at these 7 cups, and any one of these options is going to get an outcome here, and maybe we're just so trained to pick the same cup here, and what's going to happen is like the consequences of underneath that cup is what's going to happen. So let's think about it, right? And High Priestess in reverse, Sun in reverse, is this not seeing something clearly. Lots of confusion here, because we might think we see something, so we're going to act differently. We're going to pick the different thing here. We're going to do something here based on information we have, and we might not have all the information, so therefore we pick the wrong thing, and therefore it snowballs. Okay, so don't be hasty. That's what Spirit's saying, confirming what I read here. Don't forget to go check out your other placements. Take a listen to all of them. Like I said, all this energy seems interconnected for some reason here, and I love you guys very much. I'll see you soon. Bye.